regardless, let us buy you some drinks at the Lagoon, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay.
So
Agreed.
time to explain a little background about Seattle. Some of you have already heard this from me. Back in the early 90s, the nuclear scientists discovered this new kind of radiation. There's like alpha radiation, gamma, beta radiation. They discovered omega radiation, which had certain crazy properties. So they opened this omega radiation research facility on Mercer Island. And for the non-Seattle viewers, here's Seattle, here's Bellevue, here's Mercer Island, and then there's a lake in the middle, Lake Washington.
Look it up.
And you guys are... Basically what happened is omega radiation has all these interesting properties that nobody really knows about because the whole facility blew up. And took most of Mercer Island with it, and a good portion of western Bellevue. And of course the water came rushing in and put out all the fires, and Lake Washington got a lot more voluminous. And, instead of cleaning up the nuclear waste, they learned that omega radiation doesn't really penetrate well, so they just kind of paved over all of Lake Washington.
That's right.
So Lake Washington has been recently paved over, and is kind of shanty towns and prefabs, and there's some nicer areas of Lake Washington, and that's where you're headed. It's called the Lagoon because it's on Lake Washington, the irradiated lake, so you guys begin your walk to the Lagoon. It's not too far. It's about a mile and a half. Because you guys are on, western central Seattle.
Am I still being stretchered around?
We destroyed all the other chips first, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys just step on all the chips, and except for the brick you give Mason and the brick you give Reverend.
Yeah. You're gonna...
What happened to the
swipe
former
one.
University of Washington? Is it now a dystopian corporate entity?
It's become pretty much like all other higher education has, which is...
Wait, did that...
Imagine, like, the money focus of current universities times 1,000. Plus all this crazy research that happens. Corporations own various parts of the university.
Well, they already do already.
Yeah, it's just like that.
But that law passed like a few months ago where the UW was allowed to just invest in companies fully.
I think so.
That passed, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there we go.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you guys start your walk, and all the street punks kind of leave you alone because there's like 8 of you.
Yeah.
Including
Wheeling
Julie
along a
Chain.
scary, eat your face guy.
Yeah. And Chain is, like
Chain.
Swag.
rolling around all,
So
no show-offs?
all swagging. So soon you end up at the Lagoon, and the Lagoon is in a kind of primarily prefab area, but the Lagoon itself is a 5-story building that's built quite nice and quite well, quite solidly, a little out of character, and there's a big neon sign that says the Lagoon over it. So you can see it's not, the buildings around aren't high enough to the point, it's nighttime, right? And you can't see the stars through the smog, but you can see the glittering Sea Bell Metro that extends all the way from the west all across the north, just the huge skyline all the way to the east. Like Bellevue and Seattle have merged across northern Seattle within the lake.
Yeah. That's good.
So you can kind of infer that the Lagoon actually has some really nice views from the upper stories for being where it is. There are some kind of badass folks smoking outside, and they nod at Julian Chain as you approach. And you notice 2 signs on the Lagoon. One says rooms, $100 a night, and the other says rooms for long-term rent. Inquire with Kieran inside. So
Setting this up.
Do we want a
Yes.
house?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
So you guys walk into the Lagoon. It's a smoke-filled, dimly lit bar with neon on the walls and about 30 patrons currently there. It's not a rowdy bar. It's a very quiet bar with a lot of kind of serious-looking individuals all talking. There's a staircase down on the far end of the bar with 2 armed guards standing next to it, and a staircase up with another armed guard. There's a lot of variety there. There's people with like exotic operations, making them look like animals. And there's actually one guy who looks like he was on the wrong end of an exotic operation. Like he's got a primarily dog head, but like a human jaw that's slacked off to the side and jowls that droop down. And
Ciao.
he's got weird patches of fur all over his body and like these weird cybernetic
That's
arms.
some like
and,
Dr. Moreau.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Julie leans over to you guys and goes, "That guy was on the wrong end of a loop form op. Everybody just calls him Pups now." And he's just kind of like he's sitting at the bar and he's just
Is he
drinking.
laughing? Is he like?
Yeah, he's like, his anthropomorphism just doesn't quite work right. It's kind of a little gross, but people kind of leave him alone. It seems like there's a lot of tenuous respect in this room. It's like almost palpable the way everyone's interacting with each other. It's, and behind the bar is standing a man with jet black eyes. There's no whites of his eyes. They're just pure black. And he's bald, and he's gaunt, and he's very white, and he has these spider web of scars all across his face and his head. Mason, give me a cyber deck roll.
Oh, it's some sort of
cyber deck.
Cyber deck design.
Oh man, I got no points on that. Oh, that's a
Okay.
fail.
Well, you have no idea who this famous guy is.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else have any experience in tech or cyber deck?
I
No.
got Streetwise. Would that help?
Would Streetwise work?
Street-
No, Streetwise wouldn't help.
Okay.
How about bio or cyber tech?
cyber tech.
Cyber tech
Ooh.
would help.
All right. I can roll cyber
Yeah.
tech too.
That's just D10 plus intelligence, right?
Right. Plus the
Plus your stat.
stat.
10. I got 19, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19.
This dice is not.
Nine.
Oh, nice.
9 plus 23.
All right. Both of you know that this is the Kieran. He's a famous netrunner who was
Oh, this guy, yeah.
known as really. There's a guy. I mean, this guy.
Oh, I thought there was a famous.
Anyway, this guy's a
running
famous
book, yeah.
netrunner, and he is hot stuff. He was the most talented netrunner ever to go, but misfortune befell him in some way. Some people think he ripped off a corporation and they held him down and fried his circuits. Some people think he pushed his deck even farther than the deck could go and it fried himself.
Oh my
Some people thought he worked. Nobody really knows, but he can't jack up anymore, and his injuries are because of frying all the circuits in his brain that hook up to the net. So he spent all his money on the Lagoon, and he operates the Lagoon now. Yeah, and Julie comes in, and you guys walk in, and everybody's kind of looking at you and being quiet. And Julie says, "Let's go introduce you to Kieran. Kieran likes to know everyone in the bar." So you guys walk up to the bar, and Kieran goes, "Ah, I see we have some new customers. Would you care to introduce yourselves?" And an injured one too. I suppose. Quite.
We introduced ourselves.
Yeah,
Alright.
so.
Just pleasure to meet you. I'm Kieran, the proprietor of this establishment. What can I do you for?
Looking for some Tex-Mex? Or Rex,
Yeah, what's
Rex-Mex?
Rex
Rex-
Rex
Rex-Mex.
Some Texas.
Rex next.
I'm interested in inquiring about a long-term room.
Long-term rule. How will all of you be looking, or is this
Yes. Well, we're
We're
going
gonna
to
be.
sort of see the rooms first. I mean,
Yeah.
we may need 1 room, we may need 6 rooms, we may need 3 rooms.
You come at a good time.
Oh.
The entire top floor of my hotel has recently become vacant, and that has been a long-time room endeavor for some time. I would let it go for about 3,000
The whole.
euro dollars, the whole upper floor.
For a month?
Why
For a
exactly
month?
did it
For a
clear out so quickly?
Things happen.
Uh-huh.
Now,
No, come on, you can tell me.
No, really.
Not with that.
19,
Bad
11, 12,
attitude.
22.
well, sometimes people get on the wrong side of the C-squad. And these people need to leave. And I don't like such rabble in my bar. Anyway,
Understandable.
now, this price is a little bit steep for what is a combat zone, you may notice, but it comes with certain amenities. As you know, I like to know everyone who goes into my bar, and that grants a certain level of security that you may or may not find valuable. In addition to this, I don't really care what you do to your floor as long as the basic structure of the building remains integral and intact.
Set up shop in here.
Excellent.
Now, the upstairs is 5 rooms, a common space, a kitchenette, and a bathroom.
So we're just sharing a house.
5 rooms, you say?
Oh wait,
It
5
seems
rooms.
you are setting us up for a internal psychological experiment.
Just-
Possibly. There are certain benefits to being a proprietor to an establishment such as this. And don't mind Pups, he lives on the 3rd floor. He's just a little...
Can we
He's really loyal when it comes down to it.
can we see this floor now?
Certainly.
Hmm.
Angela, take over the bar. And he leads you guys upstairs. You guys go up some windy staircases. And you enter what was obviously built as an office space and has been partitioned for rooms. And they're kind of small, kind of junky. The floor is like particle board, kind of layered on top of each other. The wall is bending plaster. But the whole walls are windows. And it affords quite a remarkable view. He's like, your 3,000 includes food from the bar, because I don't want to bill you that, and electricity and utilities.
Oh, then I'm sold. I
Yeah,
use
that's
like
only-
$1,000 a month in electricity just by myself.
That's only like
Yeah.
500 each.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
And I want to
What about
Food
parking?
from the bar,
Yeah,
I'm so
food.
sick of kibble, I cannot take it.
I have a single garage
Ooh.
that can fit
Yes.
a
Yeah, like 2.
single large vehicle or a smaller vehicle and 2 motorcycles, per se.
So you're gonna have
I'm
to
willing
get a
to let
smaller
that
vehicle.
What
is
about 6 motorcycles?
6 motorcycles could fit.
Oh.
We only have
motorcycle.
3. We only have
What
3.
about
Just
6
a
motorcycles that can form together into a robot?
I'm
Can you do this?
I'm
Let's
certain
need to work on
Microtech
that.
over in Redmond would love to buy any plans of such a design. Anyway,
I know what I need to do.
In
now
the past couple of days,
Cyberpunk
Reverend
this-
has
this-
become very jealous of his motorcycle riding company.
now this garage is not free. This would be €2,000 a month. I only have 1, after all.
5,000 a month between us.
It's not that bad.
Well, that's on top
I'm
of
down
rent.
for
I can-
fronting
Yeah, so
This?
5,000
total split
divided
between.
between all of us.
I'm
2,000
also
Oh,
willing
yeah.
to
2,000
park
for
my
all of us.
motorcycle
Yeah,
outside of
that's
my
fair.
room.
Outside of your room,
Yes,
on the inside of the building.
yes.
I'm afraid.
My father used to keep our cycles on the
No.
ceiling where we live.
I'm
They're
afraid
way-
I would not like you traipsing a
huge.
motorcycle through my bar
They're
every
huge.
time
They're huge.
you wish to go. I have a
How are you gonna get up the
establishment to
stairs?
run.
Could I build a winch system from the outside and hang it outside of my window?
If it does not disturb my patrons, I see no reason.
Oh,
Oh,
alright.
boy.
I call dibs on the room on the backside.
Oh,
Now,
You don't
okay,
have
now's a
like-
good time. We
I
should
will.
talk.
I'm gonna buy one.
We should talk money
You guys
because
have
there's a
bikes.
couple
I'm
things.
jealous.
I want to
We
do
have
things
motorcycles,
by
yes.
monthly billing. So now's a good time to start designing a monthly bill for everyone.
Yeah.
So we have, I think, you guys can get cell phone plans.
I already got one.
Okay, perfect. And everybody just total up a monthly cost, and I'll tell you when to subtract that from your finances. You guys can get life insurance now.
Yeah.
What?
Just it'd be good to have.
It's real life.
Yeah, part of this game.
I
Is,
don't know
We
where
can
all that
really
stuff
easily-
is.
Who would get my
Well,
life
we can do this
insurance?
after.
You're a nomad, so that's perfect.
God, I just did this
Yeah.
today for real. Thanks.
But yeah, so we can figure out the finances. Kieran would like the first month up front, of course.
Do we have it?
I can.
I do.
I can front it
have
all
it.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys do have a lot of money from character creation left over.
Yeah.
Plus, we just got $2,000 from Juju, and
Yeah.
that'll cover the garage for the first month.
How are we splitting up money, by the way, for jobs? Are we just doing it equally divided?
We
That
didn't
seems
get any
fair.
money.
We got
Yeah, we
2,000.
$2,000.
That's it.
And we've got some.
Well, that
Implants we
wasn't
can
the
sell.
job. So
Yeah,
where
there's
we got the
implants
money
to sell.
from.
You got implants.
We can sell those.
Well, so we got no
arms.
money
Yeah, I
from the
can.
actual job.
I'd like to set up a
We
shop.
haven't finished the actual job. We broke
requisition
all
some-
the chips.
He says, "Oh yes, the rest of my establishment is full, but rooms may vacate, and you are willing to pay the rent on the additional rooms as well if a
Why do
group
you-
with a
do you
voracious
guys, like-
appetite such as yours, which is to continue building.
Do you guys really have a problem with like bunking in the same room?
I would love a single tenant
I
in
would.
most of my building, of course, assuming you all are good tenants.
I can.
I'd like
I can just
that room.
sleep in the area that I have a shop in.
I
So,
certainly
that's
do
fine
not
rooms
mind
then.
bunking with people. I mostly need the space for my experiments.
Yeah, I need space too. So.
We don't need any room.
Yeah.
I'll take the tiniest room. I
Ruiz.
just want
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
The two most like badass. Yeah.
You'd be bad
Let's
top,
go.
I'd be batter
I'm like, my character's like, I'm gonna need my own space.
Surprisingly curvaceous game member.
Yeah.
Also surprisingly alone.
Now, assuming you have someone in your group that is eloquent with matters of the street and how money moves.
It's all take money? Money?
Yes, assuming you
Feel
have such
better.
a person, I can also, once you build up some rapport, direct you to certain people that may or may not be helpful in arranging deals.
Fantastic.
So it seemed that you may be interested in vehicles. I have a guy.
Ooh. Where's
Well,
Rex next?
I think we're
We also were looking for a guy named Rex next.
Oh, Rex!
Did he come in here recently?
Rex.
Silly little man, too big for his leather breeches.
Yes.
He comes to the bar every once in a while. I haven't seen him in some time, though.
He didn't come by here recently?
No, not recently.
No, come on. You sure about that?
Positive.
All right. Oh, do you want me to?
Have you guys paid him yet for the room?
I guess we
No.
can.
We got it, right?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Agree, I mean,
It's like
Ah,
what,
yes.
like
What's another
750?
Ah, yes, another
Okay.
benefit.
So
No,
we
'cause
all,
we're
we
getting
all
the
lose
garage,
500. We all lose 500, and we pay with the 2,000 for the
No.
thing.
you're right.
And you gave us all
We
1,400.
all lose 500, and then we spend the 2,000 euros we just
Right.
got.
You gave us all 14,000
Oh,
to start
I
with.
see what you're
Oh,
saying.
I get it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, that's another benefit is I will report to you everyone who tramps through my bar if you so
Does anyone have a
desire.
calculator?
And if you ask, I will let you
I
know.
need a calculator.
Yeah. 1 second.
yeah, it's-
Now,
There you go.
pleasure doing business.
Well, you're very accommodating.
If you don't mind my asking, you say Rex hangs out here quite frequently.
Save that
Would you
for
know
a
if
minute.
any of the patrons downstairs are individuals that he might communicate with frequently or hang out with?
Yes, he communicates with a squirrely little fixer named Austin quite regularly. He's actually down there right now, but I'm not sure how deep the connection actually goes.
a fixer, huh? I'll talk to him. Somebody wheel me down there.
How much
I'll
of a
leave James
discount are you
down there.
giving me on the bike?
For some reason, I like the cut of his
20%.
jib and the strange familiarity of his name.
Mhm.
So,
Austin.
no, James.
Ow,
So,
ow. Yeah.
I tried to be as gentle as possible. I'm not like
Oh, yeah.
super cybered up, so I can't like lift you and like carry you.
Another thing I suggest is if you guys want to start getting cybered up, it does do surgery damage, which needs time to heal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
might want to do that and take some breaks.
I'll get that. I'll get that nose implant thingy majig.
Yeah.
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 Like, okay, we'll
Why
we'll,
not?
So we
we'll
each
work out
take
that in a
500
minute.
on rent, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Take a dock 500.
Okay.
Do your taxes.
Taxes.
We should also sell those.
I would love to talk to
arms.
Kieran some.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have some.
Wait.
Have you one of those cookies, James?
We have some parts that we're looking to sell too.
Thank you.
No, we can just.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
Just hang on.
why don't you talk to Austin?
Yeah, the guy
He is
talks
a-
about.
No, the not robot parts.
Oh, body parts. Yeah.
Oh, those. Yes. There's a
The other kind of parts.
body bank about 2 miles north.
We should do that now too.
Yes.
Well,
I'm also hoping that as we get down there to talk to Austin, that Julie will have our first round ready.
I'm sure it doesn't take
No.
long.
Excuse me if I'm
a
kind of
celebration
out of
after
line
all.
here, but you're kind of a legend. But
I know.
I would love some, some pointers if you, passing them out.
Ah,
Like to dabble in the tech now and then.
you certainly are the first to ask me for netrunner training. Hold on a moment. He leaves and he goes downstairs, and he pops back up in just a few minutes. And he drops this big tome in front of you,
Oh.
and he says, "Read this first, then we'll talk.
Wicked.
We'll see what
Dual class.
we'll see what kind of aptitude you have,
Awesome.
and then
Dude.
training might begin
Oh man.
if you have it in you."
I'll be back. Awesome.
Okay, you guys head downstairs then.
Yeah.
Unless
Yes.
there's anything you want to do upstairs with your new rooms. I'll draw a layout of the
Oh.
lagoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would. We should
Welcome,
wait till we see
welcome
the
new
map.
residents of the lagoon.
Woo! Party.
Nice. Does he give us like some kind of cool like ocular nerve chip thing that's like the least that we like?
Oh no,
contracted?
he gives you a key.
Oh no.
It's old
You
school.
you can install one of those if you want.
Okay.
Probably
I-
should.
Just so you know, I'm going to be doing something. Every apartment, every space you guys live, is going to have a security rating because break-ins are very prevalent.
Yes.
And I'm not going
Oh,
to tell you
sure.
how the mechanic works, but I'm going to let you know the more. Kieran offers a pretty decent level of security, right?
Right.
You're in a
Yeah.
good place.
Yeah. I was
So you're
assuming,
paying for it.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can always do more.
Considering that the entire upper room is a window.
By the way,
that's-
that's the
But
other thing
it
I
is
forgot to
high
do
up.
before
I'm not
we got
paying for
sidetracked.
extra security. Anyone who wants extra security is going to have to pay for it out of their own money.
When we were upstairs, one thing I forgot to
I
do
think
was
that's fair.
we got distracted by this other conversation. Was
Exactly.
I went to knock on the glass and ask him what type of glass it was.
Bulletproof.
Ooh.
Just basic.
Basic
Bulletproof?
bulletproof.
Alright.
What do you think I am? A millionaire?
It doesn't have like skin weave.
Skin.
Well, yes, you'll see the flesh
Well,
walls.
given
over
your
there.
description of the types of security, I thought it was possible that perhaps it had some of the other enhancements that are common to these types of structures.
Less so the upper floors, more so the lower floors.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, if we're gonna be keeping everything there, we're gonna have to kind of upgrade it a bit.
We gotta get followers so they can live up there with us.
I
And
never
then we
worked
can
that out.
just.
Probably have to be buying up the lower floors for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, quick break. I need a glass of water really bad. 2-minute break.
And then we get to base building.
Nice.
Yay.
So we should talk about.